proud, and I'm very pleased to see you all for this occasion. We have one or two people who can't make it due to commitments. I'm thinking particularly of our friend Claudia from Buenos Aires. I'm thinking particularly of Anna, who is Georgina's godmother, but her other godparents, Neil and Helen, are here today, and who should have been one of our bridesmaids, Charlie, but Charlie unfortunately is taking her exams for nursing in Melbourne. But we do have with us Stephanie, Charlie's sister, who has come all the way from Australia. We also have Sister Auntie Isabel and her from good friend Sister Marcia, one from Wisconsin and the other from Chicago, who've come all the way from America. And we also have Marcel from France, who I just met a few minutes ago. Uncle Michel. Auntie Isabel was trying to explain the Rafferty family to me. I got completely lost, but welcome. Now, it is customary for me to say a few words about my daughter. Very pleased to do so. She is, if I may say so, rather pretty, rather intelligent, rather witty, can make a telephone conversation of over 2 hours very easily. No, I'm talking about you, George. And always, but always gets her own way. I have never known her not get her own way, so be warned, John, that is something you're going to have to get used to. Now, two things about this speech. First of all, the good news is it is the last speech I am going to be making because I have run out of daughters. The second point is that Vincent has informed me that if my speech goes on for more than 10 minutes, he is going to leave the proceeding. So before you go, Vincent, for all the work and effort you have put towards Georgina, and all the work and effort that you have put towards this wedding. Now, Georgina has all these qualities, but she also has made it very clear during her career she's made an art form of doing exactly the opposite of anything I have asked her to do. During my life, I have made sure that she was advised never to become a secondary school teacher. Of course, what I should have done was tell her what a marvellous job secondary school teaching is. She, as those of you in secondary school teaching will know, as in teaching, unfortunately 30% of new recruits leave in the very first few years, and that's much, much higher in the secondary schools. Georgina was very unfortunate in that she chose two very unsympathetic secondary schools, and she had a pretty rough time. At the end of 2 years, she came home. There was tears, there was long telephone conversations, well over 2 hours, and she completely denuded the local Asda supermarket of its supply of gin. It was clear that Georgina needed a career change, and so obviously we sent her off to get career advice. I've not got to the punchline. We were expecting, of course, the normal paraphernalia, the pamphlet on how to improve your self-confidence, the pamphlet on your 10 most difficult interview questions, and of course the compulsory career in the army guide. John, we were expecting her to come home with career advice. We're very pleased and proud that she did come home, but with a career advisor. Okay. The career change did come but it did not come from the career office. It came from Harvey Nichols. Because there she went with her mother, as with most depressed ladies, to buy a new dress. And at Harvey Nichols, she met the very distinguished gentleman at the back there, who used to be her grade 6 form teacher. He had now moved up and was now one of the top educationalists in Manchester, and the head of a very large sixth form school. Sorry, a very large primary school. Georgina never bought the dress, but she did come away with a new career. And she is now a very successful primary school teacher, and I'm very pleased that she's done very well. I would say, Steve, I think she could do with a pay rise. Oh, I've got a microphone.
It's not on.
Don't worry, you can hear okay, can you? Yeah, I'll just carry on. Welcome. Right. I just want to say a couple of words about John, because John has got, in my mind, two histories. There's the history of John pre the engagement, and there's history of John post the engagement. Now, post the engagement, I can have absolutely no qualms about John's behaviour. He has been attentive, devoted, loving, caring, and even told his father on several occasions to shut up because Georgina was talking. So, John, thank you for being so attentive to Georgina. Georgina came back in January 2014 and said, "Mum, Dad, I've got a new boyfriend." Nothing unusual in that, that was fine. So then she said, "Mum, Dad, his name is John and I'm going to marry him." Now that was different. I immediately went to the listening bank to get a loan, got the normal monologue on curbing expenditure, etc. However, 2014 came to an end and there was no engagement. 2015, Christmas came, and Georgina came home with a ring on her finger, and we obviously asked the question, what had happened? But we all knew the ring to be an old paste ring of my mother's, which she'd had for some time. Georgina rather crestfallenly said, "I'm afraid there's no proposal, I'm just hinting." 2016 came, and Georgina came home very sad. She said, "I'm very worried about John. I think he may be deaf." She said, "I keep on proposing, but he doesn't seem to hear. And he always seems to disappear from the room when I walk in." However, November 2016, I was summoned by a telephone call, and it was Georgina asking me to go over to do some DIY work for her. So I put on my paint-splattered trousers, my green work shirt, which was bright green with a picture of Santa Claus riding Rudolph on it, and paintbrush in hand, I went over to meet Georgina. Needless to say, my first job was to go and collect the engagement ring from the jeweller shop in Manchester for this surprise engagement. I got back and I went to make myself a cup of coffee in the room, and the door was slammed in my face, and Georgina very rudely said, "Dad, you're not wanted, go and sit in the car." It must have been the shortest proposal ever, because by the time it took me to walk from the door the 20 yards to the car, Georgina had appeared with a ring on her finger, with a smile on the face, followed by a very solemn John. But that was the reaction was not quite what I expected. Lorna came and said to John, she said, "John, you must get a wedding venue very quickly because they get booked up very, very soon." "Good," said John. "That may give me another year." Teresa seemed very concerned about wedding insurance. Presumably she was worried that somebody wasn't going to turn up. Vincent was more pragmatic. He was talking about the Didsbury Catholic Mafia, whoever they are, and we're going to do something. I then Googled is this working? Yes. I then Googled the different roles of the dignitaries at the wedding, and I Googled the role of the best man. And it says for the best man, the most important job of the best man is to make sure that the groom arrives at the church on time in a respectable and sober manner. No problems, I thought, until I was told that John required, as you all know, not one, but 5 best men. But I have to say that the 5 best men seem to have